G'day you mob and welcome to Aussie English. I am your host Pete and my objective here is to teach you guys the English spoken down under. So whether you want to sound like a fair dinkum Aussie or you just want to understand what the flippin' hell we're on about when we're having a yarn, you've come to the right place. So sit back, grab a cuppa and enjoy Aussie English. Let's go. G'day you mob, welcome to this episode of Aussie English, the number one place for anyone and everyone wanting to learn Australian English. I am your host Pete and today we're doing something a little bit different. Today I am going to read an essay for you that I recently wrote with the help of AI about AI. So I was having these sorts of existential discussions, chats with students, with friends, even with family members recently, with AI kind of taking over many more aspects of our life. You know, we're using things like ChatGPT and DeepSeek and Gemini, and was it Autopilot or Copilot? There's a whole bunch of these different AIs, and more it is becoming an ever-present aspect to our lives. It is on websites. It is in apps, it's on your phone, it's on your computer, it's probably being used by social media and by Netflix and Spotify. You know, it's rapidly entering all aspects, all facets of our life. And so I've been having these chats with friends recently, students and family and everything too, about just like, where are we going to be in just a few years? You know, like it feels like COVID was yesterday and AI came out this morning and has just rapidly taken over the world in only the past 2 or 3 years, you know? And we've gone from those funny videos a few years ago of, I think, AI trying to create videos, realistic videos of people. And the meme, the joke, the funny video that was being made was like actor Will Smith eating spaghetti, right? And initially it just looked weird, right? It was sort of like these images that sort of mutated as something that sort of resembled Will Smith was eating long, yellow, stringy things that could be spaghetti, to now having videos that it appears to be Will Smith eating spaghetti, right? Like, I think it was only a few days ago that VO3, I believe this is Google's AI that makes videos now, released a whole bunch of these videos where the whole joke was that they were made by prompts and the videos themselves are commenting on that fact. So there's all these different scenes as if they're out of movies, with people sort of talking and screaming into the camera saying, "I'm not just a prompt, I'm a real person, don't believe what you hear," in all these different situations. And it's like 95% of the way there to realistic. It's getting beyond ridiculous. And so I feel like we're getting to a world where AI is going to be making huge changes for better and worse. And that was what led me to putting this essay together. I feel like writing it is not really fair anymore because I just use AI. Like I have these ideas. I have, say, this essay that I want to write. I dot point the ideas. I write a few sentences for each dot point. You then, put it into AI. You put it into ChatGPT and you say, tell me what you think of this structure. Am I missing anything? What can I include? How could I flesh it out? These are the ideas that I've got. I want to write about this, this, and this, and this. Can we tie it together nicely? Can you make it flow from one paragraph to another? And then you end up having the essay sort of done, probably, at least for me, speaking personally, a lot better than it would have ever been done by myself, without the help of AI. So yeah, that's why it feels weird to say I wrote the essay when I'm now using tools that are kind of insanely advanced grammar, punctuation, and spelling tools to write these essays. Anyway, that's my caveat, I guess. Take it for what it's worth. It'll be fun to have a think about things. It'll be fun to have a chat about things as well. You can leave a comment on the website under this episode page. Tell me your ideas about AI. Are you an optimist? Are you a pessimist? Do you think it's going to be a good thing, a bad thing? And also there will be a free worksheet that you can download with the glossary with all the vocabulary related to AI, all the advanced vocabulary in this essay that you can then obviously learn, see the definitions and everything like that. And remember too, if you want the full transcript for this episode, you can get access to that when you become a premium podcast member at aussieenglish.com.au/podcast. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get into it. So will AI save us or replace us? The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence is reshaping our world faster than any prior technology in human history. From medical diagnostics and climate modelling to creative arts and education, AI is expanding the boundaries of what's possible and forcing us to rethink what it means to be human. As with any powerful tool, its long-term consequences are not inherently good or bad. They are the result of how we choose to build, deploy, and govern it. Today, I want to explore both the positive potentials and dangerous pitfalls of a future shaped by AI. On one hand, it could unlock scientific breakthroughs, democratize education, and improve quality of life on a global scale. On the other hand, it may displace millions from their jobs, amplify inequality, erode privacy, and even pose existential threats. What lies ahead depends not just on the capabilities we create, but on the values we embed, the systems we build, and the choices we make, starting now. Artificial intelligence has already begun to transform the way we live and work. In the field of medicine, AI is helping researchers discover new treatments and understand the building blocks of life, such as proteins, in ways never before possible. Systems like AlphaFold are accelerating our understanding of biology by predicting protein structures with near-lab accuracy. In just 18 months, AlphaFold predicted the structure of nearly all 200 million proteins known to science, an achievement that would have taken conventional laboratories decades or even centuries using traditional methods. This is essential in drug development and vaccine design, reducing research time from years to days. In diagnostics, AI often outperforms human doctors at spotting disease early now. For example, Google's DeepMind has developed tools to detect breast cancer more accurately than radiologists. Meanwhile, AI is playing a crucial role in gene editing. AI can now guide tools like CRISPR-Cas9, a powerful gene editing technology that allows scientists to precisely cut and modify DNA. By simulating gene editing scenarios, AI helps researchers model genetic interventions with exceptional precision, significantly reducing the risks of unintended mutations and accelerating clinical breakthroughs. This synergy has fast-tracked the development of therapies for complex genetic conditions, including sickle cell anemia and hereditary blindness. The economic implications of AI are equally profound. Entire industries are being restructured as machines take over both physical and cognitive tasks. Automation is streamlining production in factories, such as Amazon's robot-assisted warehouses, which has driven profits while simultaneously reducing the need for human labor, raising difficult questions about the future of work. Amazon's deployment of AI-powered systems like Sequoia has reduced order fulfillment time by 25%, increased inventory identification speed by 75%, and decreased operational costs by up to 25%. With projections estimating annual savings of $10 billion by 2030, the company exemplifies how automation can scale efficiently while displacing large segments of the workforce. With fewer people needed in logistics and more reliance on automated systems, the gap between productivity and employment is widening. In this shifting landscape, individuals are also empowered to innovate. With AI acting as a creative partner, even those without technical expertise can launch businesses, generate media, or offer services at scale. For example, a solo entrepreneur in Melbourne, Amar Reshi, used ChatGPT and DALL-E to create an AI-generated children's book in under a week, then published and marketed it online, quickly gaining traction and earning thousands in sales demonstrating how AI can democratize entrepreneurship. Access to knowledge is changing too. Education, once dependent on human teachers and physical institutions, is becoming increasingly personalized and scalable. AI tutors adapt in real time to each student's pace and learning style, enabling education to reach students in the most remote or underserved communities. My English students are a perfect example of this. I encourage all of them to converse with AI via speech or writing about topics related to their life, and then ask for personalized feedback and corrections, which has rapidly accelerated their English improvement. For adults, AI opens the door to continuous learning as it helps them pivot careers, gain new skills, or simply follow their curiosity. Beyond human development, AI plays an essential role in environmental stewardship. It helps us manage energy use through smart grid optimization, reduce waste in agriculture using drone and sensor analytics, and predict and mitigate natural disasters. For example, IBM's Green Horizon project uses AI-powered climate models to forecast pollution and weather patterns in China. Algorithms that track carbon footprints across global supply chains are helping corporations move toward more sustainable practices and monitor environmental, social, and governance standards in real time. AI's potential to improve day-to-day life is equally compelling. Smart assistants like Alexa, Siri, and Google Assistant enhance accessibility for people with disabilities. Meanwhile, AI companions such as Replica provide emotional support for the elderly or socially isolated. Real-time translation tools like Google Translate and automatic subtitling systems on YouTube are breaking down language barriers and expanding access to global culture, allowing users to experience foreign films, courses, and conversations without linguistic barriers. But the same tools that empower us can also disempower. As AI becomes more capable, it threatens to replace millions of jobs, especially those involving repetitive or rule-based tasks like data entry, customer service, and transportation. Autonomous vehicles from companies like Tesla or Waymo are poised to disrupt the driving profession. Displacement at this scale could create deep economic rifts unless reskilling and redistribution efforts are in place. Many workers, particularly older individuals or those in vulnerable sectors, may not find it easy to transition. Meanwhile, those who own AI technologies, from big tech to startups, could gain immense wealth and influence, exacerbating inequality. There is also the risk of losing fundamental human capacities. As AI handles more decisions, from what we eat to how we learn, there's a danger we may outsource our autonomy. Recommendation systems, such as those used by Netflix and Spotify, influence daily choices in subtle ways. Over time, this dependence could erode critical thinking, creativity, and decision-making skills. This erosion of autonomy is not just hypothetical, it's been powerfully imagined in fiction. A great cultural illustration of this is Pixar's Wall-E movie, where humans have become physically immobile and intellectually passive under the guidance of an AI-run spaceship, which caters to every whim while discouraging independence or awareness. Relationships with AI could even blur our understanding of human intimacy and connection, especially as chatbots and digital personas become more lifelike. In the near future, people may form emotionally significant bonds with AI avatars indistinguishable from real people, and may even preference them over the real thing. Even more concerning is the potential for AI to enable surveillance and control. Governments like China's have already deployed vast facial recognition networks to monitor citizens, enforce laws, and influence behavior. Corporations, too, may use predictive algorithms to manipulate consumer behavior, infringing on personal freedoms and reshaping public discourse. Privacy may become a relic of the past as behavioral analysis and biometric tracking technologies become widespread in workplaces, schools, and public spaces. Truth itself may become fragile in the age of AI. Deepfakes, synthetic media indistinguishable from real images or videos, can be weaponized to deceive, harass, or destabilize institutions. Political deepfakes have already appeared online, triggering widespread concern during elections in several countries. For instance, Russia has been accused of operating a coordinated disinformation network that creates fake news websites in multiple languages. These are then strategically injected into the training pipelines of AI models with the intent to poison the well, polluting the informational foundation these systems rely on. The outcome is that AI-generated content can echo and amplify state-sponsored propaganda under the guise of neutral output. Investigations have shown that models such as ChatGPT, Copilot, and Grok have, at times, reproduced these narratives, highlighting how easily AI can be co-opted into disinformation efforts. Compounding the issue, social media platforms, driven by engagement metrics, can inadvertently radicalize users by guiding them into echo chambers and filter bubbles, reinforcing biases and weaponizing confusion as a tool of influence. One of the most alarming potential uses for AI is the development of autonomous weapons. These physical systems, AI-enhanced drones, robotic soldiers, and automated surveillance guns, could independently identify and eliminate targets. Unlike human soldiers, they do not feel hesitation, remorse, or fear, making them terrifyingly efficient. Perhaps even more terrifying is AI's theoretical capacity to assist in the design of bioweapons, pathogens engineered with precision and lethality far beyond anything in nature. In the wrong hands, such a weapon could be programmed to spread silently and selectively, potentially threatening millions or even the entire human race. At the far edge of the spectrum lie existential concerns. A misaligned superintelligent AI, one that does not share or understand human values, could act in ways harmful to humanity, even if unintentionally. Though still theoretical, some researchers compare such an AI to how we treat ants. We don't hate them, but if they're living where we want to put a road or a shopping centre, we simply pave over them without a second thought. Similarly, a powerful AI might pursue its programmed goals without regard for human survival. Once such systems achieve recursive self-improvement, evolving faster than we can control or comprehend, the consequences could be irreversible. The good news is that these outcomes are not inevitable. They depend on how we choose to govern the technology. The future of AI must be shaped deliberately, with foresight and care. International cooperation is essential to establish ethical standards and prevent the weaponization or abuse of AI systems. Developers should prioritize human-centered design that supports user agency and mental well-being, avoiding manipulative design practices. Equally important is the fair distribution of AI's economic benefits. Mechanisms like universal basic income, data dividends, or public ownership models can help ensure that the value created by AI doesn't concentrate in the hands of a few. If most jobs are eventually performed by AI, what will it mean to be human? For some, it could be a golden age, freedom from toil, more time for creativity, family, and well-being. But for others, without strong support systems, it could mean economic despair and social exclusion. Education systems must evolve too. Rather than rote memorization, schools and institutions should focus on creativity, collaboration, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence, skills that are distinctly human. AI literacy should be taught from an early age, equipping future generations to engage critically with these technologies. And above all, safety must remain at the forefront. Alignment research, ensuring AI systems understand and pursue human goals, is among the most important challenges we face. Developers must test systems thoroughly, build in safeguards, and maintain transparency about what their models are capable of before releasing them to the world. AI is not destiny, it is design. What we choose to do today will determine whether AI remains a tool of empowerment or becomes a force of destabilization. Whether we enter an age of abundance or one of instability will depend not just on AI's evolution, but on ours. With the right frameworks, values, and courage, we still have time to shape a future where AI serves humanity, not the other way around. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully there was loads of advanced vocabulary in the essay there. I will include the free PDF worksheet with the vocabulary that you will find all throughout this essay. And remember too, if you want the full transcript for this episode, you can get access to that when you become a premium podcast member at aussieenglish.com.au/podcast. So thanks again for joining me, guys, and I look forward to chatting to you next time. Tooroo!